Right, we're back.
Yes.
We're casting.
Fucking right.
We're casting. It took 2 days. We were casting. You got a fucked up mouth, but we're back with true crime.
Yeah, man.
Time to talk about all the greatest crime failures.
Kicked in the face by a horse.
Yeah. Troy got kicked in the face by a horse, and I'm just mentally handicapped. I have no excuse. No excuse whatsoever.
Oh, man.
We definitely have to get rid of this, or I'll just read Total Idiots at Work 2023 110 times and not actually come up with the thought.
Get rid of the distraction.
Yeah, anything that'll remotely result in distraction, get it away from me. The ADHD is just too strong. So now we gotta think of what to talk about. It's an organic beginning.
Well, we always got shit going on. It's what you been up to, you know?
I've been working. I've been doing my warehouse work. I've been not playing video games. I've been sleeping.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen you on the box lately, actually.
Because I got the new bed.
Yeah, you were saying that, actually. Yeah. You got this sick new fucking...
Yeah, I replaced the cat piss mattress.
This baller bed now?
Yeah, no longer sleeping on a fucking permanent pile of cat piss and pneumonia. Unironically, routinely every 2 months, the cat piss smell would emanate through all of the cleaned surface, and it'd just be like, oh, sick. My room smells like fucking cat piss, and I don't own a cat.
Flexing on all the other bachelors.
Yeah, dude. It's the queen, the cat piss queen. It was so sick.
Oh, yeah.
It's not my fault. My parents threw out my fucking mattress.
That's like me. I only just got off the couch.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been sleeping on for a year now.
Just graduated to a mom's bed.
Exactly. That was so nice to get a real bed, man. I'm sure my back is deformed.
Oh yeah, the first day I slept on the new bed, I actually had back pain when I woke up, and I was but the bed was so comfortable. Why do I have back pain? It's because your back just realized what it could feel like when it sleeps. It was like, yo, don't you like that? Yeah, let's start getting all the pain away.
All your discs are going back into place and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first time having a good sleep in forever.
Seriously.
And actually remember my dreams, or I woke up midway through the night and I expected it to just be I was like, oh fuck, this is one of those wake ups where I've woken up right before my alarm and I'm fucking screwed now. I feel so unslept. And then I checked the clock and I was like, oh, it's only been 4 hours. Holy shit, this bed is amazing.
Well, like you said today, you were saying, you mentioned that I was a bit of an early bird, or it seemed like it, but it's honestly just because I got back into the bed. It's
actually have somewhere nice to sleep.
It's put me back on the schedule because
you actually kind of want to sleep.
Exactly. That's the thing. It gets late and I'm just man, that bed is looking pretty comfy right now. You remember
how nice it is to lay fully horizontal. You're just oh, this is gonna be the best thing ever. It's nicer than a bong tug at the end of the night. It's just hitting the bed.
Exactly.
Relaxing. Oh my goodness. We got no Justin today.
Yeah, no, I missed the guy already.
No keyboard gremlin.
No keyboard
gremlin to fucking do stuff for us. We had to download Audacity ourselves.
We're figuring it out.
He's still gonna do all the real work.
Slowly but surely, yes.
Yeah, he's gonna do all the mastering and the posting. It's okay. He's the goat for that.
Yeah, no, seriously. Because I could not manage. I can't even manage my life, so.
No, I figured out how to make the Spotify account. I was like, all right, here's the login, Justin. Yeah, I did my piece.
Yeah, figure it out.
Yeah, listen, me and Troy, we're the faces of this business. Yeah. We're the brains, bro.
Not even. I'm just here to talk.
Yeah, that's the face, though. It's the voice. You're the voice of this company, this enterprise.
The enterprise, yes.
Yeah,
give us a few years. Take over the world one day.
Yeah, give us a few years. We'll have 5 different podcasts. All of them we're collecting money on.
Not even, bro. I was kind of thinking more of the merch side. Let's turn into the real Acme.
Just our literally we're just gonna make MASH. The show. Our merch is just MASH merch.
And people would call me a dork, but I actually love that show.
I watched a bit of it when I was a kid.
I've seen it from season 1. I don't know exactly how many seasons, but I watched all of it. But it's crazy because the comedy is so much different, right? Because it's made
for people who just fought in Vietnam a month ago.
Exactly, bro. Some of this shit that they say is crazy racist. I don't want to get in trouble for saying it, but there is a character in the show. You get in trouble
for quoting racist stuff.
There's a character in the show called Spear Chucker Jones, and I just think that's
pretty terrible.
Oh my god, bro, it's terrible.
It sounds like a name out of the Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was seriously.
Called. Sounds like something they'd come up with. Simple Jack.
Simple Jack.
Spear Chucker Jones. Yeah. That's some other silly name, some racist name that I'm not even gonna try and come up with out of my own head.
Yeah,
because then I'm racist.
It's gonna be so much worse.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me quoting someone else's racism. Be like, yo, they could have said this racist thing.
No, it was cool. I watched MASH when I first went out west, actually, because I was alone a lot, right? So I had a lot of time to like watch series, and it was on Disney Plus. So I was watching that, and if you remember back to high school, like I was a big gin guy, and that's like one thing they have, like in their tent, they have the gin still.
Nice.
So like every time they're like going in from a day of surgery or whatnot, they're getting fucking wasted on gin.
Oh, I fucking love gin.
Yeah.
Gin is the best alcohol by far.
Oh, I love it, bro. It tastes amazing.
Yeah, gin smashes. Georgian Bay gin smashes.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. The registered drinks of this pod will be Monster Energy and gin.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Just drink Monster Energy and gin.
Yeah.
Fuck a vodka Red Bull. Monster gin.
I can't do Red Bull, man. Red Bull is like drinking spiced rum, man. It gives me like stomach burns.
I love Red Bull. I unironically will drink it uncaffeinated. I don't even care.
Yeah, I think you said that the other day, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, I'll drink the pirate potion. I don't even care.
I just drink it for like the syrup taste, you know? I don't even like the caffeine.
It's just every time I buy pods, I always buy a Red Bull pack, like every single time. It's like, okay, I'll buy 2 new things and a Red Bull. Gotta get a Red Bull. Half of it's just me being paranoid that if I stop buying it, they'll stop stocking it, and then it'll be gone forever. Because it was gone for like 2 years.
I gotta start smoking pods. Like I gotta get off the poppers. Yeah,
that'd be fair. I mean, your lungs would thank you.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And then eventually your like pockets would too, because you just have to spend money on weed. You'd
exactly.
Be like, oh, sick. This is way easier, and I'm way more stoned now.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
Shit's starting to turn around though. Getting a lot of stuff checked off to do this. So got that interview tomorrow. Should be good.
Yeah, what are you interviewing for?
It's landscaping of some sort. I don't know the exact like specifications or details, but like it's landscaping. So
this podcast's for truck drivers, landscapers, and warehouse workers.
Yeah, we're a blue collar podcast.
It's a blue collar pod. We work hard, hard earned money. This is homegrown ass.
If you ain't worked no 48-hour day in your life, you ain't got no business listening to our podcast.
Listening to 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
You haven't worked hard until you've worked as hard as we have. Life's not easy. It won't come to you easy.
No. I think it's crazy when people tell me that. Like, I mean, not everybody, but there's been a couple of people who've tried to say something like that to me, and it's just like, buddy, like...
Oh, that's not hard work.
No, but...
Shut the fuck
up. No, not even that. They've just been like, because of the position I'm in, they've said some shit, and it's just like, bro, I've had the 12-hour, 13-hour days, like, trust me, like, I know what blue-collar work is.
Yeah.
People just like to judge us, like, as a generation, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or like people are really surprised at like my second job to find out that like I start work at 3 a.m.
Yeah, well,
and I'm talking to them at 3 p.m. selling them shit. They're like, oh, so like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like pretty tired, and they're like, oh, why? And I'm just like, I've been at work since like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh,
all day.
What do you do? I'm like, fucking what is to be done at 3 a.m? I work in a warehouse. That's it. That's all there is. It's either McDonald's, Tim Hortons, or warehouse.
That used to be, it's funny because that was actually one of my favorite parts about doing construction, because like there was a part when I worked in Whitehorse where we had to get up super early because we worked like an hour and a half.
I actually like it.
Outside of the city.
Yeah.
And like it was cool because it was like super rural where we were, and we were in like the mountain range, so you'd see the sun come up over the mountains because you'd be there before the sun came up, you know what I mean? It was sick.
No, I like being up early in the morning. It was something I hated when I first started, because like I used to be a heavy night person.
Yeah, same.
Where I was like, oh yeah, I'm staying up till 2 a.m. every day. I'm cashing in every fucking second of the nighttime to play video games and watch shit. It's like, and then I started working like Monday to Fridays early as shit, and I was just like, for the first month I hated it. I was like, this sucks. I'm missing out on everything. I can't do stuff now. And then within like 3 months I was like, oh my god, I don't miss like having to go out.
They got a word for that, FOMO, I think. Fear of missing out. That's what they all call it.
That's what I had for like maybe a month and a half, and then I like quickly realized how much I tried to do it one of the nights while I was in that like first 3 months of being like 3 a.m. wake ups. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out this Friday, and like I went out, and nobody gave 2 shits about like the fact that I was like super tired and couldn't do it. I was like, oh yeah, like as long as we're good, like I'll pay for everybody. We can go out. I'll pay for everybody to Uber back as long as you guys are good with us going back at like midnight. And they're all like, yeah, sure. And then like we get there, we hang out for a while, like midnight comes and midnight goes, and it's like 12:30, and I'm like, yo, can we go back please? Because you know I'm the Uber, I don't want to leave you guys, right? And they're like, oh, just leave us, leave us. Like, I'm like, okay, guess whatever. I'll solo go fucking home and just go to bed. It's not like we were gonna hang out more, it's whatever. It's like, no, that's how it goes. But then after that, I was just like, oh, dude, I don't miss, like, going to shitty bars to hang out with shitty people and watch your friends hit on people. It's like, because I'm not the guy hitting on people, so that means I'm just watching my friends make fools of themselves. It's like, no, guys, let's not do that.
Yeah, I'm not a big bar person either. It depends on what bar, though. Like, if it's, like, a small-time bar.
Like a brewery or, like, a little pub or something.
Well, like, not even that. Like, I don't like the in-town bars. I like going to, like, the Point. Like, I'm sure you've been to
have you been to Ridge Rock yet?
No. I've barely been to any bars here in Ottawa.
We gotta take you.
But like
the ones like in Ottawa kind of suck because it's just like a borderline club. Like they all want to be so badly. The only good ones are, in my opinion, like the pubs in like actual Ottawa. They got some decent pubs that are like smaller.
Yeah.
And then here in like Canada and like out in the boonies, they actually have solid little spots like the Point, Ridge Rock.
Right.
Fucking what's it called? The Keg. The Keg's not bad either. Whatever the fuck that other one is, there's I can't remember what it's called. I'm not gonna try to remember. Something pub. There's something pub in Canada. It's not bad.
It's all good.
It's a homegrown Ottawa podcast. Anybody who's not from Ottawa, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, they're not, and nobody's gonna know anything.
So no, that's
not true though. Ottawa's coming on the map. You know what I mean? We got that one guy who 2 times signed into Polo G or whatever.
And right? Knight Lavelle.
Yeah,
Knight Lavelle signed to Suicide Boys, or was to the same people as him. Or not signed, whatever. He worked with them.
I still
until he got those diddlage things. People were like, yeah, he's a diddler. Yeah. They all are. Lil B's a diddler. That was a funny one to find out. He was grabbing ass in Walmart. He's grabbing little kid ass in Walmart.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
No,
Can't be doing all that.
Wild.
Lil B, the booty grabber.
There's so much bullshit going on in Ottawa now. Like I feel like Ottawa's going through like that gentrification era that it like never really went through.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of fucking people moving here. Like
exactly.
Schools and everything are filling up. Like a actual living space is fucking.
Well, that's the thing. Like Ottawa had an urban downtown. But now it's like everything's getting urbanized, you know what I mean? So like it's starting to become a major. I mean, it was always a major city, but it was like it had like an old kind of thing.
Like almost like an Almont vibe, where it was just like, oh yeah, it's like it's a city, but like look at the fine brickwork and old Montreal kind of vibe. Yeah. Now it's just flat out. Like, oh, it's a mini Toronto to people.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone thinks they're from Toronto now.
Yeah. And, like, the downtown Glebe area is becoming very quickly just downtown Toronto to people. They're
well, like, it's the GTA, so I'm technically, the 6.
Fuck off. I'm from Ontario, so basically Toronto, so I talk like this, fam.
Yeah, fam.
Terrible.
I hate that so much, man.
The faux Jamaican?
It honestly, like, makes my ears bleed.
That was one of the hardest parts of going to a school with like such a mix in people. Mm-hmm. It's like I knew all these kids in grade 9 who didn't talk that way, and then like a year later, suddenly half of the population at my school is talking with a fake Jamaican accent. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, I don't want to be racist, but I don't think you sound like that. I think you're lying.
And then people's excuse is always like, oh, you're a product of your environment. And it's like, okay, yes,
but you're choosing Jamaican guys.
Not only that, but like you're choosing to put that out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that dialect. You're really steering into it. I can fully believe that you are the company you keep, but you're still steering into your company.
Yeah, well, because for example, like I'll notice that sometimes like the pace or my tone kind of gets like it sometimes, but never in my life have I been like, yo, fam dog, I was here mad still. Like I don't
Bare facts.
Yeah, like it's none of that, but like sometimes I will get the pace to it and it's like weird.
At least when you catch yourself you can be like, oh, you
exactly.
No more of that.
So the people who are like they go in full all out and they're like, oh well, it's a product of your no, you're just being like a goof. You're being extra.
Yeah, you're being a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's simply it, brother. You fucking wish.
This podcast is all hate-filled.
This is hate-filled. We hate Ottawa.
We hate everybody.
I hate everybody in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh, you all suck. This podcast is racist. Yeah. It's a racism podcast. This is a gentrification positive podcast. We love fracking. Racism.
Yeah, that's
pussy.
True. I love fracking.
Yeah, I love fracking so hard. Fracking clips. Top 10 most profitable fracking outings.
Operations.
Yeah, operations by the Canadian government is actually what I follow, and I watch those videos. They're very good, very informative. We're gonna give Justin something really good to work with this one.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be all over the place. That's okay though.
He's gonna listen to this. He's gonna be like, yeah, it was good, guys. You did good.
Speaking about the environment, did you hear or know that apparently the Earth is gonna run out of helium, or is dated to run out of helium in like 20?
Yes, it's actually true. Smiling Friends is actually factually accurate with that. I looked it up. After I watched that video.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it actually does. And there's a couple companies that are like meant to or trying to find ways to like organically recreate helium and shit, or like at least make a substitute for it.
Yeah.
So don't invest in helium companies, guys. Invest in renewable helium companies.
Yes.
This is the future. This is investing advice now.
Right. Exactly. Because we're
and drones. Shout out Michael DeAngelis.
Dude, the drones
invest
are crazy.
Drones.
Like, we probably shouldn't talk about it much, but if simple search on Twitter or something like that, the drone footage from Ukraine is absolutely wild, bro. Like, I'll just be going on Twitter, like, just to check my Twitter and shit, obviously, you know, take a nice quick tug. But, like...
check just Twitter porn?
Yeah, exactly. But you'll be scrolling, and then all of a sudden you'll get some crazy, like, live leak video almost of someone, like, dropping a fucking Molotov from a drone.
I just get those on Instagram now. That's just Instagram now.
Instagram has completely changed, man.
They gave up in the last like year because TikTok pulled so far ahead. They were like, "How can we get back on top?"
Yeah, but
they
were
like,
still
no filter.
They still take down my fucking hate comments.
Yeah, you can't say like mean words to people, but you can post someone getting domed without their family's permission. So that's completely fine. There's no big deal there. So that guy's not gonna have any complaints. I assure you, he won't report it.
No,
he's gone. I fucking hate those videos. I see them all the time now. I used to have such a fucking morbid fascination with those videos in like the end of high school.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like this is fucking crazy. The internet is nuts. And it's like you see one too many of those videos and you're like, okay, that'll do it forever.
Just full of it, bro. That's why I think kids should not have phones and whatnot.
I think, I mean, like, honestly, I'm all for kids having phones. I think if I have kids and I give them a phone, I'm just gonna have very, like, serious fucking limitations as to what they can do.
I guess that's a good point, too. Like, you can't just say, like, straight, cut it, like, cold turkey, like, oh, no phones at all, but I think, yeah, people need to monitor how their kids use the phone and shit.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, I saw some kid on TikTok or some shit, like, being like, how do I reinstall like the app store? I can't access my app store. And then like all the comments were just like flaming them for the apps they already had downloaded.
Right.
And apparently some of the apps they had fucking downloaded were literally like role play apps and shit. And it's like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no shit that your parents deleted the app store. They saw what you were fucking doing on your phone, bro. And we're like, no, you're not doing that. It's like, come on. You can't expect your parents to just be like, oh, well, you know, you are your own person, so, you know, fucking roleplay sex at 13 years old. It's like, dude, come on, I'm all for choosing your own path in life, but let's be fucking modest with it. I'm glad my parents didn't let me do everything that I wanted to as a kid. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking joking?
Well, it's like...
I was a terrible kid.
It's just like
about
access to knowledge, you know what I mean? Like, if you let a kid into a library, or, sorry, well, kids are allowed in libraries, but if a kid goes to a public library... He's not allowed in the adult section. Yeah, there's a reason.
He's not allowed to check out an adult book.
There's a reason for that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a reason that when the kids look at the like vagina in the fucking like human anatomy thing, the teacher goes, "Hey, stop it!"
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you're not supposed to just be sitting there looking at vaginas in books.
Yeah.
But like you give a kid a phone, and all he does is look at vaginas. It's just no good. Just a fucking blatant fucking warp portal.
The power of
warp the child's mind.
The power of Steve Jobs. Yeah. Or not Steve Jobs.
Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all of them?
No, Steve Jobs, yeah.
All of them. All the boys. All the great boys of tech. No, I mean, if I look back at like my own childhood, I didn't have internet for the first like half to like first 3/4 of like my childhood. Didn't really have access to it. But I still found ways to be a, you know, decrepit child, so it's not like the internet makes kids terrible. It's just the fucking, you know, the laissez-faire attitude that a lot of parents take to it. They're just like, oh, well, you know, how bad can it be? And it's like, yeah, well, when it came out for you, you were an adult, so you had the brain set to be like, I'm not gonna look at this terrible stuff. But they don't. This kid has no fucking concept of what he should and shouldn't be looking at on the internet. So you give him unfucking filtered, just full access to it, and he's going buck wild.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. Like, had I been given, you know, if you put me in a Walmart as a kid and just said I could do whatever I wanted,
exactly.
I was gonna fucking tear shit off the walls and eat food that I didn't pay for and make up toilet paper for it.
Yeah.
So you can't really be mad at kids for, you know, using the things that they're given. You gotta be mad at the parents for not watching it, not being like, don't go on Pornhub. No, that's not allowed.
That too, though. Like, I think it's just because like people aren't parenting the same way anymore.
No, they're letting the internet like parent for them, and when you just let it like go, you just let it fucking run amok.
And it's weird because a lot of people like
properly
blame it on culture, but it's like I don't even think that's the right word for it. It's just there's certain morals, I guess, cultural morality or whatever.
Well, and like not to get like all fucking red pilled, but like it also has a lot to do with like and this is like, I mean, it's not like a fact, but like there's studies and like papers on it and stuff that like women transitioning into the workplace has caused like a lot less of the attention in families to be directed toward the child, because there's a lot more like expectation for both parents to have a career, right? And now there's all this income coming in that's like even more than necessary for some families. So you got like single parents who are struggling to make ends meet because they have one income and a child, so they're paying for two people with one income. Right. And then you have other families where it's like, okay, we got one kid but two rich ass fucking parents, so the kid's not really getting parented, but he's got all the money in the world. We have more money than we need. It's like just terrible imbalance in like society's parenting mixed with like career dispersion and like where we're getting money to, who's getting money, like when we're getting it. It's like all of it, I guess, stems back just to like the original focus on only men being the breadwinners, and now there's this boom of both partners being breadwinners and such. So less parenting, more income. Super fucking weird. Not to say that that's like guys should be the only ones with jobs. Like obviously women should have jobs and should be whoever can make more money. Really?
No, I don't think so.
No, actually they shouldn't.
Actually, you know what? No.
Sandwich. Sandwich much?
Those people are gonna hate that.
Sandwich much, everybody? But no, like it definitely, the way that like society has progressed, not this is super like tinfoil hat and red pill, but like like the way society has progressed toward more focus on a career for all people has definitely removed a lot of the focus on parenting and like watching over your children. Back in the day, you had a parent with your kids at all times. Like a kid was never not within 100 feet of their parent or the immediate person watching them if they were under someone else's supervision. It's like nowadays it's like totally realistic for an 8-year-old to like stay home alone every weekend, right?
Yeah, no, that's
and like
crazy.
When I was a kid, it was like one kid at our school did that. There was one kid whose parents didn't really fucking watch him. Or if he was like or like Coles, like the Coles and Colbys and Connors of the world.
Oh yeah.
It's like those are the motherfuckers who just their parents were like, oh yeah, but we love our sweet little baby boy so goddamn much. It's like, why don't you hang out with him then?
Yeah, right.
When's the last time you guys like did something or like you taught him a thing? It's like, well, he has school for that. School teach him for plenty.
The school plenty.
Yeah, that's Steve's favorite, dude. Is what does school even teach you? Nothing, Steve. Not much. He asked me the other day. He was like, because he always says that. He's always like, what do they teach you in school? When he asks me something and I don't know, he'll be like, who killed this person? And I'll be like, I don't know. And he'll be like, what do they teach you in school?
I hate people who are like that, because it's like
father.
I understand. Like,
I haven't been in school in so long, and also school sucks.
People just have like a resentment for it, and I understand that, but it's like school is necessary in the fact that like it teaches you the basics. Like there's a lot of stuff that's not necessary, but it gets you the basics, obviously. It teaches
you how to be socially like adept, like not a fucking recluse.
Yeah, and then for the people who go into university, and I'll stand on this to the day that I die, it's almost like cultish. Like once you get to university,
oh yeah, you're under the impression that you have to do this.
Not even. It's just that once you get to the university, it's all about making connections. Because if you're going to meet this person and this person's going to start a company, well, you're good. And if this person's going to start a company, well, you're even better, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I know,
just betting on horses at that point.
Yeah, because I know a couple of people that went to university with like low expectations, like having no idea what they were going to do. And I like that's the point of university, right? Like it points in a direction, but like they would hop on board with somebody else. Like I know someone now who's they're like a marketing, not a director, but a marketing assistant or something for a company. And it's pretty crazy because she deals with like the new type of technology, like how your data's collected, like of UIs and shit like that. So
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
There we go. The future of our workforce is here.
Yeah, right.
It's us. We're coming for your jobs.
Well, that's the thing. We need more universities need to focus on the trade side of things, because as much as nice. Like, I don't want to say the trades are dying anymore, because there has been like a huge influx.
Yeah, lately there's been a big resurgence. And people realizing that someone has to fucking build the road.
But I still think that there's certain ones that like, because the underwater welders and
I was just gonna say shit like that is like there's like 2 dudes
exactly
who are willing to do it.
There's like
and they die every year.
I think the exact thing is like, I think it's like 80 something for the underwater,
which is under 3 digits for the amount of people looking for it. It's crazy, because there are many a company. There's more than 100 companies who need that done at some point. Maybe not right now, but they're like, we could use an underwater welder at some point. Our fucking shit's falling apart. Oh, if only. Then again, I mean, a lot of those too aren't like jobs you have to go to school for. Some of those people are just people who work their way all the way up.
Yes, yeah. It's like develop,
the relations, right? Like a lot of the trades is similar to high school to university, in that like you meet the right people and like get under the right person's wing pretty early on, and they will help you a lot. Like there's some really nice old fucking Frenchmen in the trades industry who you befriend them early on, smoke a cigarette with him on his first smoke break, or on your first smoke break, and he just decides you're his now, and he's like, I like you, and since you laughed at my racist joke instead of looking the other way, I am going to make you mine.
Some of them suck though. I've worked for some shitty people.
Well, that's the thing, is it's a big coin flip. Like in university, most of the time, if someone's got a real good plan and you bet on them, it's just positive.
Right.
In the trades, it's a absolute coin flip of whether or not you're just going to endure racism for like a month and a half, and then nothing comes of it. He just gets fired. And it's like, oh shit, well, I was kind of hoping that guy was like my protection, so it's too bad that he's gone now.
Still miss working in the trades though. It was definitely fun.
You're gonna get back to it.
Yeah, I honestly though, I don't. It's funny because I say like I miss it, but I don't really want to get back to it. Like I want to frame, but like, man, it's a backbreaker. It kills you. Like the hours you gotta work. To be honest with you, I would frame here in Ottawa. I wouldn't go back out to the mountains. Fuck that.
That's fair. Moving your entire life again just to frame would be a lot.
It's not even that, it's just the fucking freezing, bro. Like even Alberta, like Fort McMurray is just so cold.
It's fair.
Although when I get my license, like the first thing I'm doing is going to the oil fields. I'm gonna go work with Tristan. Like I'm guaranteed. Well, I don't want to say I'm guaranteed a spot, but like
virtually.
Yeah, and it would be really cool to work with Tristan. I've worked with him before. Actually, I've worked with him a lot of times. Like I built houses with him. So built houses, and then I worked at fucking Home Hardware with him for a year, or under him for a year.
Well, he's your brother. You've known him your entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty safe to assume that you guys know how to work around each other.
Right. Yeah.
Or know what does and doesn't work.
So and that's the thing too, is that like Tristan's the type of guy who's like work smarter, not harder. And then I'm the type of guy who's just like work harder and just get it done. Yeah, work harder until it's done. Yeah, like Tristan will be like, oh, if we do it like this, or make like, oh, it'll be super easy, and I'm like, just fucking lift it and go. Just go. You're like, let's just do it. Yeah, that's fair. I got one guy who thinks he's working smarter all the time at my one job, and he never ever is. It's always just making his life harder, and he's working dumber. Yeah. And it's like, dude, well, that's what are you doing? I give him like little nuggets of advice. I'm like, hey, you notice how like I am never in your position? Yeah. Here's why. And then he'll like follow it for like one day, and he'll be like, holy shit. Yeah. And the next day it's just back to old habits. It's like, fuck, brother, please. Well, that's why I work like, that's why I'm the work harder version, because like I find when I think about it, I usually fuck myself over. That's him. Yeah. That's what he does. He just fucks himself over all week. It's just like I'm thinking too hard about it, so. See, the worst part about the guys who work harder and dumber is that they're always so nice. Yeah. They're always the nicest guys in the world. You never want to hate them. No. You can't. That's what I hate. Is I hate like you got like a goober at your job, but he's so nice. Yeah. Or like really nice to you.
and like everyone else hates him, you know, and they tell you, but you gave him a shot early on. You talk to him, and then you're like, fuck, I kind of like him. Yeah, he's really nice to me. And then, like one day he'll just be like, yeah, you know, you're my best friend at work. And you're like, God damn it, I was like gonna stop talking to you tomorrow. Like, why'd you say that?
I was this close to not talking to you anymore.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to like not talk to me for 2 days so I could just never speak again to you. Just cold shoulder you forever.
I was almost safe. I was almost in the clear.
So close, dude. I was literally on third base running for home. Yeah. And then you dropped the ball. I don't know how you did it.
Red zone, 4th and 1.
Yeah, you fucked us all.
4th and inches.
Yeah, so fucking good. What are we at? 30? 30. We can end it at 30.
Right on. That's not too bad.
We'll end it at 30. This was an informative pod.
I think it actually was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was less silly. When Justin's not here, apparently we can't get silly. Justin's the racist one.
Yeah. We blame it on Justin. He's a bad influence.
Yeah, he's a bad influence. He's racist. I hope you all have a lovely evening, morning. Fucking follow Troy on Twitch. Follow me on everything. Follow Justin on Spotify, guys. No links. Find it.
Yeah, no links right now. We're working on it.
No links. Find it.
We're working on it.
Search for it. If you really care, you'll look for it. If you really love me, follow.
We really need it right now.
As you can tell, we just need all the support we can get.
It's been kind of tough.
It's been really hard to find the motivation to do this. It's taken a lot out of us. It's a total of an hour and 15 minutes of talking.
I've been eating potato flakes for 3 months now.
Yeah, I spent all my money on this plug-in microphone to make this because Justin's not here. So, fuck you. How about, you're done.